Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Ondo's price chart and what we talked about in the previous video, basically to the T played out. If you remember, the last time that we talked about Ondo, we were right around this important height, and the idea was that this seems like a correction structure since it's kind of a slow and choppy bounce back, and we said, look, you should most likely count on at least yet another move on the downside in Ondo, and as you can see, we got our move. The question is, can we say maybe we have hit our final low, or at least let's say some sort of a low? Let's go on 15-minute chart and see what is going on, and between these highs, I think you can say maybe this or maybe this one is the highest high. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. The point that I'm trying to make is this. Even if you want to consider this point as the end of your correction up in Ondo, you can say then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into 1. Correction for wave 2, decent move down into wave 3 to about here. And what's next? Maybe this is going to be just a correction structure into 4, and well, after this correction is over, you know what, we may end up having yet another move on the downside into wave 5. So in like very short term, I am still not convinced that we have hit our final low. Now here's the situation. Let's say I am wrong and you want to say that the final bottom is already up. Then okay, in that case, off of the lowest low in Ondo, you have to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific structure is called an impulse. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave or wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the sub waves, I think you know what is going on. We must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different scenarios. Let's say, okay, ABC into 4 and like a WXY structure into wave 2. Now, let's go on the left chart. Oh, okay. Actually, I wanted to tell you this. You see, after completing a 5 wave up, right around the highs, you shouldn't be overwhelmingly optimistic. Why? Because even if the bottom isn't right in here, after completing this thing, you are going to see some sort of a pullback, and around here, it's actually the time to be optimistic, assuming that you are able to identify all the right subwaves during this pullback. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on. And this is actually a very important point. Please pay attention. You should not be in the business of catching absolute lows, because you are going to probably lose quite a good bit of money. The best moment for you to flip bullish is when you see off of the lows a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, followed by a pullback, let's say hopefully in form of a correction structure. So the points that I'm trying to make is this. Look, even if in Ondo we have hit our final bottom, right in here, it's not the time to go long. Just be a bit patient and watch the structures very closely. And at the moment, I'll be honest with you, they do sort of kind of suggest that we are going to have a move down. But you know, even if I'm wrong, then okay, let's see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave in order to, I'm gonna say, especially take this important high about 95 cents area, and then let's have a pullback. And at that point, if every single thing in here is going to scream bullish, you know what, this can be a long opportunity in hope that we get a very strong move on the upside, because at that point, guess what, this is going to be on a higher degree wave 1, followed by a correction for wave 2, and what's next, great move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And since in terms of Elliott's waves, wave 3 is usually known to be quite a strong and sharp move on the upside. Well, okay, makes sense to say if this count is happening, right in here should be a beautiful long opportunity. But for now, I think we should be a bit patient. However, overall, I would like to suggest that we are probably very close to reach to our final low. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Ondo. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.